Let's see. What up, Cheryl? What up, Buddha? I'm good. How y'all doing? Doing good. That's good. How you doing, Cheryl? I know you was kind of ill last week. You doing better? Man. So what y'all been up to? Y'all had a good day? Y'all had bearable weather? Hey, Keisha. Oh, y'all had rain. We need some rain. It be so hot here, you be like, damn. You be like, any of y'all on TikTok? What up, Gloria? How you doing? I'm on TikTok, but that's all I am. I just watch other people's little videos and whatever and be laughing. But I have yet to post. My sister keeps telling me just put anything on there. What up, Tony Tone? How you doing? What up, Mika? What up, Melissa? I'm good. You? How are y'all doing? Man, I was Keisha had me in there watching that foolishness and about January. I'm good. Thanks for asking. And I was like, there's got to be better shit to watch than this. But guess what, y'all? There wasn't because it was on every goddamn channel. I cannot believe, but then again, in a way I can, that they are still trying to justify and say that this man did nothing wrong. Shit on him. That America didn't let us down once again as being black folks in America. What up, Janelle? Because when we did peaceful protests, the security was out there like, well, we're gonna make sure y'all don't do shit up here because we got at least one for each every one of y'all. But these people were allowed to just storm the Capitol with little consequences. And I was like, wow. And Fox News, Lord. I'd be like, why are they still a news channel? The motherfuckers. But he did tell them to stay peaceful. You do remember that. He also told him take Pitt's head off. But do you remember that? Shit. I saw an old lady. Hold up. I saw an older lady, and I had to say hold up and say it that way because I don't know if you saw when me and Curtis reviewed the Whataburger. Somebody said the old lady is funny. I was like, what old lady? I know they was talking about me, but that was hilarious to me. Like, how old are you? You know, I didn't tell him nothing, but I was like, wow, I'm being called an old lady now. And I think that's because I'm bald mouth, I guess. But it is what it is. You kids are funny nowadays. And it's kind of funny that I'm not in that category. Mm. I wanna I don't want to, but I want to. I have to figure out what I'm gonna put on my TikTok because mm, you know, I just got TikTok because I was tired of my sister sending me TikToks, and basically you have to have TikTok to really see them. So I just was like, let me go ahead on and get on this shit. So my page is still just a picture and no content. And my sister informed me that I need to get on my ball because the only way uh, you can do certain shit if you have the correct amount of followers or whatever. And I was like, oh well, bitch, I don't fit into that category. I know I don't because I've been on TikTok almost a year now, and I only have something like maybe 20 followers. So I got to get on that. Um, but I still, Keisha be like, put up food. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from that. Well, I'm not, but I'm trying to, you know, kind of be known for more than that. Then she told me you could do Dollar Tree holes, and I was like, really, Negro? Yes, I had to go there. I had to Negro her. Because even though I do Dollar Tree holes, like, wow, I'm gonna put up the same hole on two channels. All right, good night, Gloria. You be blessed. You have a good one. Have a good weekend. Hope you have a good doctor's appointment. Stay safe. I hmm, I could do Hot Wheels, but I have so many. Damn, like I have so many. I have not. I have more that I didn't show than I showed. Like, what up, James? How you? Like, I have more. Man, if I showed y'all like all the Hot Wheels I got, like my Hot Wheels have evolved to where they I have a lot of them in a tote, a trunk, a tub. What y'all call them? What up, Bonita? How you doing? And yes, I do. I don't collect all of them though, because Hot Wheels have a big variety of things. Like I have oh, I have some up already, James. If you go in my content, I have really go into my playlist and I have a Hot Wheels playlist. And the videos I have up is just scratching the surface of all the Hot Wheels I really have. And I collect select Hot Wheels. Like I like the specialty ones and I like the classics. You might catch me with a few younger type Hot Wheels. What I mean by that is I like the Porsche Panamera. I have them, but as far as other like young cars, there's only a few of them I got. And I like the tools. All right, James, thanks. I got the tools one, and I got the food truck ones, and I have motorcycles. And I don't know. I guess it's a thing that kids want to outdo their parents. And Curtis like, oh no, you can't have more than me. And I'm like, you and I are somewhat the same, but I collect a little more than you do. Because they have the bottle opener ones. I collect them too. I have a whole shitload of them. And the classics that they change up and don't really give a name to, I got a lot of them. You know, like they'll use an old Challenger and they'll paint it, and instead of calling it the Challenger, they'll call it the City Art or some shit like that. I got some of them, but I'm gonna get around to another Hot Wheels video. Oh, thanks, Janelle. I'm glad you do. um, but the reason I don't do the Hot Wheels like that anymore, man, y'all just don't know. I don't do them on my phone. I do them with this same camera I'm using for this. So I have to come up with ingenuitive ways and things to be able to make my camera be where I want it to be and whatnot. And I have to come up with stands and shit like that. So those videos, and I used to do those every week. I might go, y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm doing that because what babies? Oh, the cats. Oh, them motherfuckers. You. That's a catch me when you can't type shit. My sister is trying to compete with me with her cats, and I'm like, bitch, fuck you. Hold on, I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. Me and my sister be talking, right? And it's like when I really saw the new cat that comes around here. She's a gray tortoise shell. She's not the traditional blue gray. She's a really, really light gray. And she has a few of those tan calico patches in her fur and shit. But when my cat showed up, a cat showed up by her. I was like, is this the fucking universe sending us shit or whatever, whatever? And you love cats? Wow. Right. Well, I don't have that kind of relationships with my cats and shit. I just feed them. They come around every now and then and let me see them and shit like that. But as far as picking them up and petting them and all that good shit, I leave that for the cat lady down the street. But I was talking to my sister and she got a new baby. And I was like, does she let you pet her? Does she come up to you? This, that, and the other. So I'm on the phone with this heifer. She gonna fucking say, check your phone, press video. I was like, okay, heifer. And she's holding the motherfucking cat. Then today, this heifer gonna send me this. I don't know if y'all could really see it, but the motherfucker is laying there on her foot while she's doing her gardening and shit. Cause I guess she wasn't moving. And I'm like, oh bitch, you trying to rub it, huh? Cause your little cat come up to you and you be holding it and it lay on you and shit. I say, you know what? You gonna fuck around and make me have to go out there and motherfucking see if I can get these bastards over here to do that shit. But I don't think Oreo will. But then again, I don't want to fuck with Oreo because Oreo is a big cat. What up, Tosh? And when I say Oreo is a big cat, Oreo, I'm gonna put Oreo at about 8 pounds, maybe 12, 8 to 12 pounds. Oreo is a big cat. And then I don't want to touch on them like that, bitch. What if y'all bitches, wherever y'all be at, got fucking fleas? No, I'm just gonna feed you fuckers. I don't want hug y'all. It's fine if you run once I get close enough to you. Because I don't think I want that relationship. It's bad enough that they're starting to come when the doors are open now. And Curtis talking about, can we let them in? No, motherfucker, we cannot let them in. They about as in as they gonna fucking get. We not letting no cats in. Then there's Cheryl. Why would you want to do that? Do you know, like, letting a little house, a little feral cat in is like, you might as well be letting a lion in your house. Like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck they gonna do. And even though I know cat breeds and shit like that, I had to be reminded about the fucking tortoise shell. Oh, well, I buy them cat food. Right, right, Cheryl, be in the kitchen and all that. No, no, I buy them cat food. Um, I brought them some cat food. Fuck. If that shit wasn't hard, I'd be tempted to try it. I'm lying, y'all, but I'm just saying. When I read the fucking bag, I was like, Mel, why the fuck you didn't read this shit in the store? Cause ain't no way you should have brought this for these fucking cats. This shit too good. The motherfucker got lobster. It got crab. It got shrimp. It got salmon. What, bitch? For the cat? Yes. And since Walmart has gone up on their cat food, I have not gotten a new puppy yet. I am still searching for a new puppy. Um, and I guess that's a good thing I did not have a new puppy yet, because the puppy pads that I had, ain't no dog I get could use them motherfuckers. And what I mean by that is I did not read the measurements. And the motherfuckers are so small. I decided to open them, and the motherfuckers is so small, ain't no dog I get could use that. Oh, you saying that, Janelle? I'm not spoiling them because their favorite is liver. They love. I don't know which cat it is. Right, they really are small. But no, they these cats out here, they love liver. It does not matter what kind. Whenever I put liver out there, it's sure to disappear. And I'm saying I won't get better lighting because I got to know just who the fuck eating this shit. Funny you mentioned chicken, James. I don't feed them no sweets. I just feed them scraps and cat food. I just recently, because it was so hot recently, I just put a water bowl out there for them. But before that, I didn't even have water out there for them. And I need to know what the fuck I'm really feeding, y'all. And this is why I say I need to know what I'm really feeding. You know, I just told James funny he would mention chicken. I threw a 3-piece dog out there and they ain't have nothing left. They didn't leave no bones, which I thought if a cat ate it, it would have left bones. At least that hard thigh bone and the leg bone. Wasn't no fucking bones out there. So what exactly am I really feeding? Like, no word of fucking lie. I just cook it however I eat it and I give it to them that way. Yeah, I know I was feeding the possum, but I don't think the possum's bone is strong enough for no chicken bone. You ever seen the possum teeth? They're smaller than a cat teeth. No, I don't think it's a fox, Janelle, because one night one of them opened the door. I don't remember who it was. What up, Blake? And it was like they got 2 dogs out there. They were saying it like that, but they couldn't really see the dogs. So I'm thinking maybe some coyotes too. Oh, and as far as the liver go, I feed them raw liver, and I also feed them however I eat my liver. Once I don't want it no more, I give it to the cats. Like I got some chicken livers in there now. I'm gonna just give them to them maybe tomorrow. You know it's Friday. Give them a little treat. Scrappy not turning over in his grave because he rolled with it. Whatever I like, he liked. I'm doing that with my mouth because I can't say it's bothering me, so to speak, but it's um it's discomforting, whatever the fuck going on. So I be doing certain shit sometime. Um I've been looking for a dog. I have not found one yet because I'm trying to find one that my rental agency will be okay with. And they don't want us to have pit bulls. And then pit bulls make it hard to move with. I know I can't get a German Shepherd or what do they call them? Shepskis. I can't get one of them. Shep Shep Shepsky, and that's a shepherd mixed with a husky. No, my ear don't bother me. Well, my ears was already bothering me. That's why they sent me to the ear doctor. I felt like I was in the 3rd grade again. You know, back in the 80s, every year when you went to school, the school would do a hearing test. At least my school did. Now I can't do no small dog either. I was looking for a doodle, but people think just because they put doodle on the end of the dog's name, there were thousands of dollars. You can shove your doodle up your ass. And Lord, if they make it a mini doodle, they want the world for it. Like bitches, you don't get the fuck out of my face. And I can't see myself with a small. I don't mind a small dog. It's just that I don't see my woman don't want no small dog. I'm looking for like, yeah, I still want the same like Scrappy. And I saw a dog that I wanted. Yeah, I'm sure they are, but they not worth my 2,500 or even 800 to me. I don't give a fuck if it got papers on it either because I'm not planning on breeding or starting no line. And I've been looking. I found one, but that dog had so many dogs in it. I was like, wow, fuck, this is an insult to a mutt. It's like the mama had two, three dogs in it. The daddy had three, four dogs in it. I was like, fuck, was y'all playing roulette or some shit? I was like, no, no, no. And we not little dog people. Maybe that's my fault, but I won't take the blame for it. I have to have at least a 50-pound dog. At least 50 pounds. Yeah, it need to be big enough to either make you question coming over here, and then it also got to be big enough to hold you. So I needed at least 50 pounds. Like you're not seeing no 300-pound motherfuckers climbing through windows. So 50 pounds is sufficient. Yeah, look, I feed my dog however they want to eat. But once I see them getting fed, I cut back on the kibble. I I had a shepherd mix, but she was mixed with a wild dog, and that was her. She was a wild motherfucker. Refused to be housebroken, had to be outside and shit. Well, no, I kept her in the garage. I didn't throw her just directly outside. And that made her not really fuck with people even more so. But when I would bring her out every day and shit, and I'd be like, come on, bro, let's go sit on the porch. She wouldn't try to attack nobody who came up there if I invited them up there. She was cool. But if you come over there by yourself, that's on you. Is you putting cats up there with outfits? Or you putting yourself? I can't see. I don't have no problem with the mailman. It got to the point that my dogs were so confident in themselves that they didn't care if you walked around outside my house. But Broad wasn't like that. Broad was like, you around my property, we got a problem. Bitch, just get a little bit closer. And she wouldn't bark loud enough for you to hear her. I was like, bitch, I'm standing right next to you. Were they from the same litter? I wouldn't mind one of those. But mm, same little mates are dicks. They always fighting each other for the supremacy. Oh no, fucking birds and fish. Well, fish not so much. Well, yeah, they are. Cause you could get ick in that motherfucker and all kind of other fish disease, and that shit could cost hundreds to treat. And birds got to go to the vet. Yeah, well, it wouldn't matter to me the sex, cause like I say, majority of my dogs are female. Do I like the blue healer? Yeah, that's a working dog. And when you have a working dog, you gotta let it work. And when you don't let it work, you get problems. Like I had Onyx, and that motherfucker used to chew up the molding. Um, Overprotective for all that, I could get me a pit bull. And no, I could get, well, no, because he does not breed anymore. And two, no, because white dogs have a lot of allergies. What? You was asleep. You think I was talking to you? Excuse me. Golden retrievers, or if I go on the golden retriever I had growing up, no. Because that dog was a fucking headache. She, hey, go tell him stop that shit. Now I'm talking to you. Um, when I was growing up, I had Onyx and my sister had Isaacs, but they were from the same litter. And that's why I was, when you told me, Wooder, you had them two puppies, and I was like, they from the same litter, you're going to have a lifetime of headaches till one of them become the top motherfucker. But we had Isis and Onyx. Onyx was a black lab. Well, they both were lab golden retriever mix. But Onyx took the lab side, and Isis was the golden retriever. And Isis, Lord, Isis was just goofy as fuck. Then you had to brush all that fucking fur. And it wasn't even my fucking dog, and I was the one fucking brushing the bitch every day. But I didn't mind because it gave me an outlet as a young teen, well, as an older teen that just had buku shit to fucking work through and shit. But I used to fucking brush my dog and her dog every fucking day. Dior and Remy. Well, Dior and Remy gonna be fighting for a long time. Especially if no dominance was fucking established and they wasn't the dominant one when you got them. They're gonna be fighting a long time. And as I was saying, work dogs that really work, you got to keep working them. Like Onyx, I used to get up extremely early. And I had shit to do before I went to school because of Onyx. Onyx had to be exercised twice a day. So I would get up and I would walk him like to the park, which was like 3 blocks before school, and play fetch and shit with him, and then go home and get ready for school. Um, did I do that with Isis? No, because the bitch wasn't mine. It was my sister bitch. But Onyx was a special motherfucker, and he was mine. So I would walk him. Didn't want him to jump off the roof and shit. No, no, I did not keep him on the roof. Um, the way our house was, we had an upstairs porch, but adjacent to the porch was the roof to an apartment. And what up, Kiki Lee? And Onyx had the knack for being an escape artist. So once I found him on the roof the first time, I chained him with a cloth leash that cost me $10. I was a mad motherfucker because his bitch ass chewed it up. He wasn't that goddamn smart. He couldn't figure out how to get back on the fucking porch. And he chewed the bitch up and still was playing on the fucking porch. And so I was like, I ain't no fucking meanie. Uh, if you get in line, you good. And this motherfucker, my cousin always used to say his pit was so obedient to where the crate was melting because a candle had burned or something on the crate, and he wouldn't get out the fucking kennel. Well, Onyx was so crazy that the motherfucking, I don't know what made me check, but Onyx had grew so fast, so big, so fast that it didn't dawn on me, hey, that choke chain you got on him is not moving and spinning no more. So when that dawned on me, this bitch wasn't even fucking flinching and shit. And the fucking shit had grew to where his neck was fucking over the chain. Like, I tried to take the bitch off or cut it off. Even after they cut the fucking chain with the bolt cutters, the chain was still stuck into a part of his neck. I was like, and that's what made me stop using choke chains on my dogs. And I don't know. My daddy did the surgery and whatnot himself and whatever, but he healed fine. But I was like, nope, no more choke chains. But he was so right. He didn't even let me know that the motherfucking shit was even hurting him. He was still letting me pet him and all that kind of shit. And I'm like, this dog is fucking crazy. You know, I don't know. I would like another lab, but I don't really need. No, it's not that it was tight. He grew so fast that he grew in and over the fucking choke chain. And no, you have to have a tight collar on your dog. What the fuck you gonna do if your dog fucking decide they want to get out the collar and do whatever the fuck they want? That's a no-no. Or he had lived years after that. Let me see. That happened in his puppydom. And Onyx lived to I don't I'm wanna say Onyx lived to be about 4 or 5. Yeah, that's not long either, but I'm gonna tell you why. One motherfucking year, I got Onyx when I was like 16, 15, 16. And he lived till I was like 19, 20ish. And right, he died from depression. But them ticks didn't help either. But yeah, he did die from depression. Onyx was a sensitive soul. And once his sister died, he died right with her. And she died because she was stupid. And we had incompetent help. What I mean by that is, my dad was having someone clean the AC so it could drain. And this dumb bitch licked it up. That motherfucking dog died a horrible fucking death. Maybe it was just time for her to fucking go do. We had to do so much for ISIS. Right, in every sense of the word, he was a sensitive soul. He really was. Like, it's like, damn, bitch, was you here before? Like, he would do shit and I didn't even have to train him to do it. What I mean by that is, around that time, I had a friend who had kids and they would spend the night in my house and shit. And you know what? When you have kids and shit, you got to bring them to the park and shit. Well, I used to bring them to the park, and Onyx was so gentle and shit. I didn't even have to walk him with a leash. He listened like that. But when I would walk to the park with the kids, he wouldn't stay on side me. If they started running ahead of me, he would get in front of them. And if they were walking behind, like after we come from the park, that They were tired and shit. He would be behind them. And I didn't even train him to do that. He did that on his own. Excuse me. But to be that he was so sensitive, and when I say sensitive, he was really sensitive. You would fuss at him and he'll be like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. And he'll go lay the fuck down and shit. And but Onyx used to do the most. And that's how I know if it's a working dog, you gotta work him. He used to you know them chews, them rawhide chews. It took me a minute to realize that was what was making his dumb ass sick. Why I call him dumbass? Because maybe it was just me. Maybe it's just me. But if I'm fucking with something and I'm always getting diarrhea, I'm gonna leave that shit alone. He used to piss me off because I would have to clean that shit up. Out of all my pets, who was the favorite? Hmm. Hmm. Look here, James. That's a hard question to answer because I was thinking about that shit today. I was like, bitch, you grew up in New Orleans, but y'all bitches was fucking petted the fuck out. And what I mean by that is we had chickens, we had ducks, we had rabbits, we had hamsters. We had guinea pigs, we had birds. Other than the chicken and the ducks, we had turtles, we had fish tanks, we had mud dogs, we had a lot of fucking pets. And fuck, we had cats. Fuck, we've had a lot of fucking pets. Uh then I had pets when I didn't live with my parents as well. Cats and dogs and shit. And I've had animals in my whole adult life. But damn. Nope, no horses. Thank you, Jesus. No sheeps, no goats. And that's why them motherfuckers on you're allergic to birds. Bitch, I've been around birds my whole life. You're a fucking lie. But then again, I used to eat pineapples my whole life too. But let's see. It's appropriate to have favorites when you have different. Look, we owned them in different times. Let's start at the beginning. I did not like Kiki. Kiki was my first dog. I did not like Kiki. That bitch used to scare the fuck out of me. I don't remember what she used to do, but I do remember that my body remembers that it used to be afraid of Kiki. So after Kiki, we got Nova. My mama friend killed Nova. So and at that time in my life, my favorite was Partner. Then because we had Partner and another dog. And after Partner and him, then my favorite was Onyx. And after that, my mama had this little fucking rat dog. She was the only one, so I guess I didn't like Princess too much. Even though she was my dog, we used to fight too damn much. We had too much beef going on, I guess. And I don't want to offend any of my other animals if you're here with me in spirit, but I have to tell you the truth. Out of all the animals I've had, my favorite was Scrappy. Not to offend any of you others. You served me well. It's just that Scrappy was the one I had the longest. Bitch, I know what his name was. I ain't asked you to fucking whoop the fucking do. Well, I don't even know what I did. No, I don't even think that. I think it was female beef. She was a bitch. I was a bitch. It wasn't working. My bad, James. I ain't mean to time you out. No, he didn't. But yeah, you're right. He should have just brought the dog to the country and shot him in the fucking head. Let me not be the fucking motherfucker Peter come after. Let me explain the situation. By this time, we had reshored, hmm, maybe 13 years, and in his old age, he had cataracts. Well, if Rishaw didn't like you, he was fucking your ass up. Fuck, Rishaw was blind. We used to have to be like, we used to have to call a dog and let him know we was there, so he would fuck us up. And she talking about he did him bad. The fuck he did? In his old age, he was already kind of fucking crazy. But once he lost his sight, he got even crazier. And you talking about he did him bad. What about what he did Scruffy? Now, that's the motherfucker he did bad. Yeah, he did do Scruffy bad. He really did Scruffy bad. I'm sure you did. But I had beef with Richard, even though he was an okay dog. He made my motherfucking partner have to go outside and shit. Fuck Richard. Then he had that long hair, nobody ain't want fucking. Yeah, I had a dog named Scruffy. I didn't have her that long because my daddy didn't want me to have her. He waited till I went to fucking work and he got rid of her ass. But let me tell you how my daddy used to get rid of our dogs. See how she saying my daddy did Richard bad? Well, around that time, when he would get rid of our dogs, he would just tie them up and put them in the truck. And he'll just drop them off in a neighborhood that wasn't ours. So they couldn't find it. Well, he knew they could find their way back if they was dropped in our neighborhood. Like, even though the dog was blind, if you walked him in a mile radius, he would find his way back home. So what he did was finally he put him in a pickup truck and he fucking drove his ass all the way clear on the other side of town. That's because nobody brushed him. No, no, no. I ain't never finished telling you what my daddy did Scruffy do. And back then, my daddy had this old pickup truck. And so what he did was scribe. What? I think you might have been in. Do you remember Scruffy? Kiki Lee? Now, if you don't remember Scruffy, I'm gonna tell you why. Scruffy she wasn't a little dog, but she was a small dog. And she was some kind of terrier. And I always walked the city and shit. Well, Scruffy followed me home one day. What you choked up about? um, but when I brought Scruffy home, my daddy was like, "Where you get that fucking dog from?" I was like, "It followed me and it stinks, so I'm gonna go ahead on give it a bath and whatever, whatever." Well, when my daddy got a real good look at Scruffy, he was like, "Oh, hell to the fucking no." And so I was at work one day. So I went to work, fed the dog and shit, went to work, come home, the food's still there. Where my dog at? Oh, your dog ran away. Oh, don't tell the rest. All right, Miss Boosie. What up, Miss Boosie? How you doing? How your mama and them? And you had two pets. What were they? Were they cats? You don't think I should tell a Scuffy story? uh, a dog and fishes. Why, you gonna cry? Man. And I was like, wow. Well, in long story short, my daddy got rid of my dog while I was at work. And she talking about what he did reshore. Yeah, reshore had got a lot of tough blows to him toward the end. But when he was a pup and a young dog, oh wow, you couldn't fuck with reshore. Reshore was a Tibetan terrier. And it's amazing. We was poor little kids, but we had name brand dogs and shit. And what I mean by that is my daddy's first dog was when I was he had a short haired German pointer, a German short haired pointer. That was his dog when him and my mama first got together. Then we had Kiki. Then we had a lab. Then we had a Welsh Corgi mixed with a Dachshund, and we had the Tibetan Terrier, and then we had the Lab and the Golden Retriever. Like not dogs you would see in the hood, and well, of course, the Rottweiler. Yeah, you'll see that. Well, she need to get better. What up, 951? I then my mama had the little min pin. Well, she had two of them. Yeah, I did. I can't believe we from the ghetto. We from the ghetto. We from the hood. And we bring motherfucking mice in the fucking house. Ah, my daddy was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Good evening. No, we wasn't catching mice and keeping them as pets. We actually my sister started out getting the mice as a science experiment of some sort. Well, we started buying more. Like it was some kind of fucking sick, twisted shit. Who could get the prettiest mouse and shit? I think we had problems. But let me tell you something. If you have mice in your house, no, I didn't catch lightning bugs as kids because we didn't have them in the city. I caught them out here because they're out here in Dallas because I still live in like kind of country area with a lot of trees. Uh, I think my sister brought the mice as an experiment or some shit, and then we started going to the pet store, seeing who could get the prettiest mouse and shit. I remember I had one, and the bitch used to love. Yeah, I know. And that's crazy. And we used to play with them bitches like like they was a fucking dog. We used to play with them in our hands and let them run up our arms and shit. I wasn't as adventurous as her, dude. I could never let it get up to my neck. Cause you know, what if that bitch start eating on my neck? I can't do that. I can't. But we used to play with them shits and everything. And we was ghetto. We didn't give them wheels. We gave them toilet paper rolls. Them bitches was building all kind of fucking tunnels in that fucking cage. I remember I had one. It was a real pretty fucking one. And it was white and black. But it was mostly white and it had polka dots and shit like part of his face was white and no, this right here was a big spot, black. And the bitch got away. And we could not find that bitch no fucking well. Now, mind you, it got away in our room. We wasn't gonna tell my daddy that shit, though. You know, like I can't tell my daddy my mouse done got the fuck away in this somewhere in this fucking house. You know what? By the time we found that mouse, it was not where it got away at. I found it downstairs in a room under my room. It wasn't in the kitchen though, but it might as well have been. No, I never owned any snakes, but my brother owned one. That snake did not like me. I'm not a snake person. You know, they don't scare me, but I'm just not a snake person. Like, I don't like the feel of it on my skin. I don't like the feel. You know how they got people always want to put this snake on their neck and stunt? Bitch, that snake will kill your ass. especially if you can't get it off. I'm I'm just not a snake person. And my brother had a really nice snake. It was a albino lavender snake. And you're right, Wood, she is crazy. I ain't no snake person. You keep them motherfuckers. I don't like the feel of them. I don't hiss at me. None of that shit. And my brother was trying to get me into snakes for a while, and he almost had me because my mom was like, "Where you gonna keep that motherfucker? Because you can't bring that bitch to my house." So I was like, "All right, then I got you." Because at that time, I think my mama was big on the mud dog. I don't know what made her like them so much. I remember we had three in one cage, and one disappeared, and we never did find that motherfucker. I don't care what they do with them. I'm cool. I'm not no snake person. Nah, I'm not no snake person. And snakes, them bitches, they are like dogs. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they trying to fuck your ass up. And shit, I could not believe that. Who the fuck? Yeah, my daddy was mad about that shit. My mom was like, "Go ahead, y'all could have them." But the fuck, no, I can't even say he would bring us, cause we grew up in the generation to get it how you live type shit. We used to ride our bikes and shit like fucking country children to wherever we wanted to go in New Orleans. But I know a few of them times he brought us. I remember I had a motherfucking pig, a guinea pig, and that bitch was so fucking attached to me. I was like, would you please just go to fucking sleep? But when I had a guinea pig, all the accessories and all that pretty shit was for rich people. So I don't even think my thing had a wheel. It just had a cage and a water bottle, a little bowl. My children had guinea pigs. Them bitches had balls and shit and wheels in their cage and fucking townhouses and shit. My guinea pig ain't have none of that shit. Fuck, it was like I was still feeding pellets. And hell no, my son killed his. Dwayne ain't have shit to do. He used to train. His guinea pig was so fucking greedy. Not his guinea pig, his fucking hamster. That hoe was so greedy that it was easy to train it. Any fucking piece of food. That bitch be like, yes, you call. And when I saw that shit, I was like, son, you're spending too much time with that little rat. But I've never. Um, no, that's not what happened. You don't be paying attention. He brought, and I don't think that was a girl guinea pig. I think that was a boy. What happened was he brought the guinea pig outside and he put her by the door. And then he called it and it came inside to him. And that's why I was like, son, you got too much time on your hands. Boy, we used to love that fucking hamster, dude. Boy, we'll pop popcorn just for the hamster to see it, put it all in his jaws. That shit used to be. We ain't have nothing better to do, y'all. Don't judge us. And that motherfucker jaws be like that. And we be in that bitch dying laughing at the motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck is gonna do with that shit? That bitch would take it till it was full. Then you know what that little motherfucker would do? It would go, we'll put it back in the cage, right? It be done dug a hole and he take all the popcorn out and he come back to the fence to be let out again. You greedy motherfucker. Stashing popcorn. I think we wasn't feeding our fucking hamsters and shit, right? That we used to get them bitches M&Ms with peanuts and everything. And the bitches just eat them up. Be like, should we be giving this thing this? I know it could deal with the peanut, but should we be giving this bitch chocolate? That bitch loved cake. Oh my God, don't bring out no piece of cake. That bitch would have. And it used to literally just sit there with it in his hand and eat the fucking chocolate cake. And you'll be like, are we really playing with rats now? That's what we doing? And you have to know, I'm an adult when these kids had these things. And but yeah, we did. We fed it everything. French fries. I'm telling you, the bitch was like the dog. Which we had dogs at the time, but it's a fucking rat. It's a rat. Come on. Rats eat anything. So we would give it anything. It'll have lettuce. Some days it'll have bananas. It's a fucking rat. Come on. Yeah, feed it cake. Donuts, all that. It's a fucking rat. Maybe now I wouldn't do that because oh, you got a guinea pig? Do it sing to you? I used to love and hate mine because of that. But I didn't do all that shit with my guinea pig. I'd feed her, like peanuts and shit like that. But I ain't giving no chocolate cake or no M&Ms and no McDonald's or no shit like that. Cause it's not really a rat like that. But a hamster's a fucking rat. See, it's a rat. And I want to say they had 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers. I know we had Wanda and Teddy. I don't know what that bitch name was, but that one there, I used to love him Cause he didn't bite on none of that shit. Him or Wanda, they didn't bite. But I remember, hey, see, now them bitches up in their sleep. And I know Curtis know which one that was. You know, the one that bite. I remember that bitch, Dwayne said, look, and was just holding the guinea pig like that, the hamster, and it was biting him. I said, don't you bring that motherfucker by me, because I'm liable to kill it. Bitch bite me, my reaction is to slam it down. Don't bring that motherfucker by me. And hey, and veggies. You give them pellets, but I used to give my rodent specialty pellets. Like I would go to the feed store, and they got these blends that they make, and they be like it's for birds, but it got the guinea pig pellets and shit like that in it. I used to feed my I was that kind of shit. I didn't go to the pet store. I used to go to the feed store. And Curtis wants a rabbit, but he's convinced I'll eat it. So I don't think he's getting a rabbit. And I say that's real fucked up of you to think of. A real fucked up way to think of me. Because I've never skinned a rabbit before. Right, right, Wooder. And like I told him, that's fucked up of you to think of me because I've never skinned a rabbit before. I don't know how to do that. But hey, YouTube could teach me anything, right? But then again, I did see this movie. I think it was called The Glitch. And what he did was he killed the rabbit and he put a little, like, I guess maybe he went around the head with it or something, or some kind of way. And he just pulled the skin straight off it. So maybe I could learn from some shit like that on how to skin the rabbit. But I'm not into skinning no animals and shit like that. See, a chicken is easy. A chicken easy. All you gotta do is put that hole there, gut it, and pull the feathers out. But when you got the skin, you in a whole different region, you know. Are you really surprised? It is an African snake, and they do have a lot of grass and wooded areas. Y'all ever thought about what would a ball python taste like? You ever thought that? Yeah, I know they do. But snakes break into people's houses everywhere and all day. Nowhere to lie. You won't want to live in South Africa because of the snake, because there's a lot more reasons why you wouldn't want to live in South Africa besides that snake. Well, then you won't want to live in Florida either, Texas or Louisiana. Fuck, probably not New Mexico, Arizona either. You've always been scared of South Africa. Why? Because of the apartheid thing back in the day? Nah. I Florida has a fucking more than a gator problem. See, you don't be paying attention. You just look for what you want to look for. They have a snake problem. They have the iguana problem. A lot of people, when they get rid of their animals in Florida, they just release them. Right now, Florida have a big snail problem going on, an African snail problem. And I was like, that's nasty. And these snails, they're not these little cute snails. They like that. They like huge motherfuckers, like something you wouldn't even want crawling around you. All right, then Kelly too. Well, they need to start eating them motherfuckers. That's why they not a problem in Louisiana. They delicious too. Yes. I was reading that shit the other day, well, last week or so. In Florida, they have a giant African snail problem. Somebody had to let two of them go because they wasn't interested in it no more or whatever. And they had put them in the fucking swamps. And now they got them big snails all over. And they say they eat all the vegetation up. So they're a problem and they're trying to fucking get them under control. I was like, wow. Fuck, that bitch should have just threw that bitch to a fucking gator and called it a day instead of just letting it go like that. Man, you say grizzly bear. Well, last night I had nothing to do. So, yes, snails. So I I goes to the Disney Plus. They've been trying to get me to watch Coco for so long and whatnot. So I finally watched Coco, right? That shit was good. But after Coco, I'm like, I'm not quite really ready to go to bed yet. So I was like, I know Disney Plus got some new shit out there because I just seen the shit on TV. What was it? And I remember it had something to do with some fucking bears. So I goes on there and I press movies. They ain't like Netflix. They don't tell you they do shit like that. They just mix them all together and shit. But if they do tell you the new shit and you down with the Disney Plus, let me know how you know. And so I watched um I think it's called Polar Bear on Disney Plus. That was really good. Uh but I just wanna know who was the motherfucker with nothing to do that followed this bear around for 7 fucking years? Like, okay, when it start out, it's the polar bear and her two little cubs. And they're not yet a year, right? And she goes on this journey and she travels with these little bears and shit. And I was like, okay. So good night, Melissa. Thanks for stopping by. You be blessed. You have your good weekend and you stay safe. They killed who? The bear or the man? And it show how the climate change and all that good shit and how the ice is melting and they say they say by I want to say by 20 I don't even remember. Maybe it was 2050, something like that. They said by then ain't gonna be no ice for the polar bears. I went, wow. But they followed this bell all this time now, from a cub to 2 years old. Now that's when the brother died. That's when the brother cub died off. He didn't make the winter. Don't ask me. I don't know. He just didn't make the winter. And then the next year, the mama like, hey, bitch, it's time for you to get on and go ahead on and be a woman bear. And so they part ways. No fight, no nothing. I was like, wow. She didn't even really have to push her or tell her go about it. But then I had to remember, this is fucking Disney. So she go ahead on, she go about her way and shit. Now somebody done watched this bear till it was 5 years old. I was like, who the fuck does this shit? And them bitches got to be paid good. And so they watched this bear. And this bear fucking it finally made and have his own baby and then it goes back the way that his mother taught him and all that shit. And I was like, wow. Who really didn't have that nothing to do this shit? Because I like animals just as much as the next person. But they followed this bear from the very top of the, is it the Antarctic, I think? To the very show and shit. Several times. Who the fuck is doing this shit? But hey, it's your business, you know. Not judging. But damn. What if one day you was filming that motherfucking bell and it decided it had enough of your fucking bitch ass and it was about to eat your ass alive? What would you do then? I know they ain't got no whole goddamn crowd there behind them. It's got the... No, I can't even say it was one set camera. It wasn't. Because they did overhead shots of the bear swimming in the ocean, and then they did side view. Like, what the fuck? Who is out here in this fucking cold like this? Yeah, now I'm wondering, was it really a crew out there? Maybe that's how they knew that bitch wasn't gonna turn it and attack their ass. But I don't know, because them bears, on one part of that video, that bear was like, we're really hungry and we need something to eat. I was like, where the fucking cameraman at for this bear eat his ass? This bitch was willing to fight a motherfucking walrus to eat. He thought we're really hungry and we really need something to eat right now. I was like, damn. You really think that's what that bear fucking saying? Well, I guess so. He's willing to fight a walrus for it, huh? Maybe I can find a baby amongst all these adults. Motherfucker, the fucking tusk. There you go. The tusk is thicker than your motherfucking head. Longer than your head is thick. And you wanna fuck with that bitch? More power to you. Oh, Miss Boosie. Oh, you like watching bear movies? Well, they got this new series on Netflix that I saw it on a TikTok, and they told me that there's a sex scene on it that makes them so uncomfortable to watch that they don't even know what the fuck happened. And so I'm gonna be like, they want you to do a splice or something. They want you to do a blind reaction to that scene in that movie. And I'm like, man, these people got to be over exaggerating. I know that sex scene can't be that goddamn tough. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna go see. I bet you did laugh. Then you fucking can't even. These bitches are fucking. Then these bitches protecting this shit, and you can't protect yourself against them. Wow. Yeah, his hairy ass was enough for me not to look at the sex scene. I'm just sorry. Then his shit was nappy like he had a fucked up Jerry curl. Nah, that's some shit, ain't it? It's amazing the things you remember. I didn't even like Jason's lyric. Fuck, what the fuck was Jason's lyric about anyway? Right. Oh, now the bitch won't buffer me. That's cool. All about fucking Jason lyric. Or is they doing a Will, or they Will Smith me because I talked about this Jada Pickett? Right. You saying the afro, that shit looked like a Jerry curl. Like all he needed was a little relaxer. Man, really, it did. Could you just, I watched something and it was like if people were honest up front, this would be a better place. No shit, but you're just not going to get it. It's hot as shit, y'all. And I be wanting to plant shit. This will be the time I have to go outside and do it. Like right now, it's 87. Can you believe I'm breaking up? Well, that's because it's catching up. Because I was experiencing that in a minute ago. I want to say that's in Monster Ball, but I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy seeing old romance novel type shit going on. Anyways, Keisha got somewhere to go. And I think she trying to get me to go. But like I told her, ain't nothing around there. So what I'm gonna do? Uh what's around there? No, ain't nothing around there. All right. Thanks. Will there be a turn up Friday? Yeah, there's supposed to be because we were supposed to do homework because we was gonna be playing Two Lies and the Truth. But I don't know how much homework Keisha been doing. But yeah, we will tomorrow. And that's the game. And we most likely switch it up and go to another game. But hey, two truths and a lie. I think I see. That's gonna be interesting. Like I gotta come up with shit. Right. I wonder if we still got that other shit where we could put people on the screen. How the hell you gonna just come up at me? I'm going by myself. The fucking nerve, bitch. Anyways, I'm gonna say goodnight because I'm coming up on 1 o'clock here, and I guess oh well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. No, I have not seen the Martin reunion. Yes, peace, blessing, love, and light. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all be blessed. Much love and appreciation to y'all. Till next time, peace, love, and light. Have a good one, y'all. Be blessed. Stay safe and have fun responsibly. Yes. Have a blessed and prosperous night and weekend. Till next time, peace.